Should you be taking testosterone? When is the right time for testosterone? And am I on testosterone? These are the questions that we are answering today. And rightfully so, because there is a lot of misinformation about testosterone in the world, on social media, online. But guess what? You have this hormone. You have testosterone. It's not just for men, and it's super important. It actually does a lot in your body. It just doesn't get talked a lot. So we're going to break it down today. Now, answering the question about me, I am not yet on testosterone, but I am actually not yet on estrogen either. And when the time comes and the time is right, I will likely go on both estrogen and then evaluate for testosterone. But back to you. Should you go on testosterone? Well, right now, testosterone is only indicated for hypoactive sexual desire disorder in women. That's it. That's the only thing that it's kind of approved for. What this means is a lack of desire or interest for 6 months or more. No fantasies, nothing. Like you don't ever want it again. That's what it's indicated for. Now, here's where it gets interesting though, because experts see that testosterone can improve the libido in the large majority of women. So you don't necessarily have to have a full-blown diagnosis of hypoactive sexual desire disorder. You may talk to your practitioner and say, meh, I don't really want it, but I'd like to. I like my person. I feel like I don't have any interest, but I'd like to have interest. It's been a minute. You could probably be a pretty strong candidate for testosterone, and the research is gladly backing that up. Now, the other thing I'm noticing in the research is that they're looking at mental health and motivation when it comes to testosterone. Yes, testosterone can help women's motivation. It's also being studied in muscle mass, muscle power, performance, strength. So it's not just libido. We're seeing testosterone, of course, be in all areas of the body. We have testosterone receptors all over. So it makes sense that when it declines, we can also notice the symptoms of low testosterone also. Now, I want to say testosterone is not a magic pill or cream per se. I mean, if you don't like your partner and if you have low libido because it's really painful down there, those are completely separate reasons and they absolutely need to get addressed. Testosterone's probably not going to help them necessarily. But if you're listening to this thinking, check, 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 definitely libido issues, interest issues. Definitely I'm noticing my motivation is quite low. Definitely I'm noticing that despite exercising, my muscle mass, my muscle power, my muscle strength, losing it or not what it used to be, then we need to talk about testosterone. Sadly, unfortunately, there are no FDA-approved forms of testosterone for women. Yes, men have all sorts of options, but us, we kind of have to improvise, which means we have to use the man FDA-approved form at a very small dose, or we have to get it compounded specifically for us. And now the big question, should you be taking testosterone? Well, it is a controlled substance, and what that means is it has to be prescribed by a licensed healthcare practitioner. You cannot just walk into a natural grocery store. You can't just get on Amazon and order testosterone. It doesn't work that way. And honestly, I'm a big fan of testing first. So if you're going to do hormone testing and you're looking at testosterone, you want to request a total testosterone, a free testosterone, and what's known as a binding globulin, or literally a bus that binds up testosterone and drives it through your bloodstream. It's known as SHBG, sex hormone binding globulin. What's interesting is that some practitioners will talk on social media and say, oh, you shouldn't test testosterone. It's not that accurate in women. Turns out, if you get the blood test done on an instrument known as a mass spec, if that's the box you check on the lab order, that's very accurate. If you're getting your testosterone run on an instrument known as an immunoassay, not as accurate. So when you are talking to your provider or maybe getting your blood drawn at the lab for testosterone, ask, is this on a mass spec or is this on an immunoassay? Because right now we're trying to push and pivot hormones be run on the instrument known as a mass spec, much more accurate. When we think about testosterone, we think about those questions I said earlier. How's your desire? How's your libido? How's the muscle mass? How's the mood? How's the motivation? Those are the things that I kind of check the boxes off. You're listening to this going, bad, 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 bad. All those things are bad. Then you are probably a pretty solid candidate for testosterone. Let's get you tested. Let's talk to your practitioner. Once you are on testosterone, as I said, there's no FDA approved form. So you're either on the male version at a very small dose or you're on a compounded version. I often get asked if there are side effects, and there might be side effects. So too much testosterone can cause hair loss on the head. We often call this male or female pattern baldness. Cystic acne, particularly like the jawline, chin area. Hair growth in places you don't want. So down the neck, on the chin, around the belly button, for example. And mood swings, more along the anger, irritation route. If you're on way too much testosterone, like way too much testosterone, you may notice that your voice gets deeper. You may also notice that your clitoris enlarges, which initially might sound okay because your desire is down and you're thinking like, well, if that gets bigger, maybe it will help with the big O. Unfortunately, though, once it starts to get thicker, once it gets bigger and enlarges, if it continues to get large, it doesn't go back to normal, even if you stop testosterone. Then it requires surgery. However, before you are probably absolutely, understandably freaking out, remember, you're not going to get testosterone unless you need it. If you do a blood test and your testosterone is A-okay, or your testosterone is actually borderline high or elevated, no one's going to prescribe for testosterone for you. But if you have low levels of testosterone and all the symptoms associated with it, then the side effects are way less likely. I just do need to let you know for due diligence that if you're on too much testosterone, here are the things to watch out for. Of course, the bigger question I always get is, do I have to? Do I have to go on testosterone? Like, we've covered all the big questions like, when do I, can I, are you, is it approved? But in the end of the day, some people are like, do I have to go on testosterone? Of course not. Of course you do not. It's your body. You can absolutely decide to go on progesterone and then add an estrogen when it's time and evaluate for testosterone. I have plenty of women that went that route first. Start with one and kind of work their way down the hormones. And I have other women that were like, nope, I am dang near zero in everything. I want everything. Give me every hormone you can think of because I want to be back to myself, back to my vital self. And I think this is the way to do it. It depends on you, how you're feeling, what your labs are, what's going on, all the things, right? Like, you are an N of one. It's individualized medicine we're talking about here. So talk with your healthcare practitioner. But if you're ready, if you're checking off all the boxes like libido, muscle mass, mood, motivation, that is me, then testosterone may be the hormone to add into your regimen. It may be time to get testing, and it may be time to talk about, let's get on some cream. You're going to want to hit that subscribe button because I know hormones like testosterone can feel like herding cats, and I am here to help.